Hey everyone, this is Stuart with Wine on the Diamond. The other day I was looking at my grocery store and I saw this Barbera. As you know, I'm a huge fan of Piedmont wines. Barolo, Barbaresco. All of those wines out there are just, I love them, including Barbera. Barbera is more of like your everyday table wine and of that area. If you don't want something like girthy, like full fist girthy, you just want a few fingers girthy, this is the wine that you get from that area. On that note, it was $10. I had to pick it up and review it. So let's see if this Barbera is any good. Hey everybody, before I begin today's review, if you like it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share it with a friend, and if you really hate this review for whatever reason, do all those same things because, you know, just it crushes my ego and I just can't carry on if you do like, subscribe, comment, and, you know, click notifications for those videos going forward. Oh, it just hurts. Right here where my heart would be. So today I'm going to be reviewing the 2019 Bosio Barbera D'Asti. It's 13.5% alcohol by volume, and I paid $10 for it at my local grocery store. And like I said, $10 for a Barbera. A lot of the Barberas I find at my store are going for like 13 to 15. 10 is an exceptionally low price. So I don't know if I'm expecting an exceptionally low quality Barbera or if this is actually going to be something that is a gem that is worth buying a case of. We don't know until we look at it. So let's start with looking at it. On the color, you are a light ruby, no artifacts, no cloudiness. All right, on the nose, oh man, first thing I'm getting is this like black cherry, a little bit of raspberry. There's a slight hint of licorice, a little bit of a black pepper, a touch of clove. Really open this up. There's also like a touch of a craisin, like a cranberry raisin. But it's not a very strong note. It's just kind of subtly there. The other thing I'm getting out of this is there's this really strong strawberry note, which I wasn't expecting. A very bright strawberry note. Almost like a strawberry, did you ever have those like strawberry candies when you were a kid where they were kind of wrapped up in wrappers that made it look like it was actual strawberry, like it was like red with seeds, and then like the little twist part was like green, but in the inside you just popped it open in your mouth and it just tasted like strawberry. It's kind of like that, but without the sweetness. I guess a way of describing it is almost like an artificial candied strawberry without the actual sweetness to it. So let's get to the taste. High acid. High acid. All this primary fruit is just tart. I can taste everything. It's tart. It's, oh man, it's like bringing tears to my eyes. I need to clip this out, hold on. Yeah, so on that note, let's actually get to the structural components of the wine. Acid, high. The intensity is medium plus. Body is medium to medium minus. Alcohol is low. I'm not getting any note of alcohol in this wine whatsoever. It's just got this sour zing that hits you right up front. Oh. Man, this hits hard. This hits really hard. I enjoy high acid wines because I think high acid wines really pair well with food. And if I'm thinking about the type of food that this would go with, it's probably some sort of like smoked meat, smoked fatty meat, probably a pork. And man, this would go really well with pork. It has the acidity to hold up to the pork. It has the fruitiness to hold up to the dulling effect that the smoke has in terms of the palate. It's really nice. I mean, this would grow great with mushrooms. It just has this nice kind of overtone. I mean, everything you get on the nose is what you're gonna get on the palate. It's very balanced, but I'm kind of getting to the blick, so let's just move on to the blick. So from a balance standpoint, it's balanced. It's full point. I have no complaints whatsoever. In terms of length, I'm gonna give it a medium plus. It goes on for a little bit longer than I expected to for such a light-bodied wine, but on that note, it doesn't go on for, it's not prolonged. It's not a really long finish, so I'm not gonna give it a full point. So half a point still. Intensity, medium on the nose, medium plus on the palate, half a point. In terms of complexity, I'm getting primary and secondary. I'm not getting any tertiary. It's a 2019. If you get tertiary, then the wine was stored improperly, there's something going wrong with it. So this wine has enough acid, this will age for a while. The thing that you're gonna have to worry about with this wine is balancing the aging versus the actual body and the structure of the wine. So some of the wines that are high acid, bigger body, they can age longer because as kind of stuff oxidizes and breaks down and moves around, some of that sediment and all of that stuff, the actual structural components, I'm not gonna get too technical here, allow for it to kind of prolong itself because it has a lot of it. With lighter body wines, you have to be a little bit careful of that because as certain things break down, they kind of dull really quickly compared to others. So you might have this wine that has a medium acid, but has like a nuked out primary, and all you're getting is all secondary and tertiary. You're not gonna have any primary left. And at that point, you don't want it. You want something that's balanced across all three flavors. So what I would say is this is the best time for you to bust out your Coravin if you are someone who's serious about aging, and buy a few bottles, maybe a case, whatever you can afford, of this wine and just really play with it. Just let it sit for a while, and every year come out and test it. Just pour an ounce off of it until it gets to the right, I guess, liking for yourself, where you can maybe get some of all three of those elements, depending on if you prefer a lot of tertiary, a lot of secondary, a lot of primary, you know, all that stuff. And then at that point, just drink the hell out of it because it'll be good. But it's something that is what I would consider very good right now for the price, especially $10. But as you let it have time to age, it'll become more complex, maybe prolong the finish, depending on what you like on the finish. And this is gonna be a wine that is very nice. So I'm extremely happy that I stumbled upon this wine. And if I were you, I'd at least go pick a couple bottles of it up yourself. Anyway, this has been Stuart with Wine on the Dime. If you liked today's video, well, take a sip of your wine. Like, subscribe, and comment. Have you had the 2019 Bosio Barbera D'Asti? I'd be interested to know if you have. Leave a comment below, and I'll see you all again soon with another episode from Wine on the Dime. So in the meantime, I don't have a pork dish to consume with this, but I do have the latest season of Ancient Aliens. So on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and take a sip of this, or a glass or two of this, and ponder the existential realism that we probably aren't alone in the universe, and Giza was a large battery for contacting ET. Giza was telephone home.